working on this website. I just wanted to make a quick video about it in case you wanted to check it out. It's called ZillowTrack.tiny.io. It's hosted by TinyHost, which is a great service to use, by the way. But ZillowTrack. So what this is a way to easily keep track of real estate properties that you might find on Zillow.com. What I found is that Zillow.com is a great site, and it's really helpful when you're looking for a property, but after you've identified a few that you want to keep track of, sometimes it's a little cumbersome to look through all the ones that you favorited and remember why you like it and kind of keep track of the information and make sure all the information is up to date. So I made this site and wanted to share it with you. So the way it works is, let me just go over the user interface real quick. When you first go to the website, you don't have to do anything. Just go to the website and then these hot deals shows up. This is a nice way to just kind of play around with the UI and get to see how it works. And then in another video, I'll show you how you can add URLs of particular properties that you want to keep track of that maybe you've identified on Zillow. So what you'll see is, here's 3 properties that we're tracking. What you can see is the thumbnail, the address, the price, the status, whether it's for sale, pending, maybe it's already been sold, beds, bath, year it was built, just some really common information about the property. With the price, what you can do is see the different pricing events that are entered, that it finds for it. This one just has one pricing event, the list price. This one has a couple. This is when it was originally sold a while ago, and then it was just listed for sale recently at $235. And when you see a pop-up like this come up, you can just click anywhere inside of it to clear it. And then you can do a similar thing for the taxes. You can just hit the tax amount. You'll see, for every year that the taxes are reported, you'll see the dollar amount that was paid and the home value that that dollar amount was based on. And you can also enter notes about every property. These are just notes for yourself. No one else is going to see these notes. It's stored on your device. It's not stored on any server. So it's just a nice way to keep track of why a particular property caught your eye and what you might want to remember about it in the future. So you can just enter information here. It has a nice pool and it's got a good location. So then you can just hit the save button. It's going to save it to your device. Like I was saying, nobody's going to be able to see that but you. And then if you click on this paragraph icon, you'll see the description, any kind of the features that the realtor might have entered about it, and the realtor that listed it. So that's kind of the summary row view. Like I said, you've got the ability to put these notes, but if you want to kind of make this view a little more compact, you can hit this notes button. Then what it's going to do is, hide those. So it's even easier just to kind of track the different data points about each property. You can just kind of scan down a lot like a spreadsheet, so that comes in handy when you're wanting to compare things. When you click on the thumbnail itself, you'll be able to see all the different pictures that are associated with this property. If there's one picture that you really like and will kind of remind you why you like this property, you can favorite this thumbnail and then it'll show up in this summary row, and it'll also be the first picture that comes up when you hit that thumbnail. It'll see the larger images. And if you want to see an even larger version of the image, you can just click on the image itself, and then you can just use the zoom in, zoom out functionality of your browser. It just opens the raw photo in a different tab on your browser, so you can just do whatever you want to with it, and it gives you a nice clean view of that image. And you can always come back to the ZillowTrack tab, and it'll just be right where you left it off. You can favorite a property, and what that's going to do is it'll kind of bubble it up to the top of the list so it's easy to find those. You can favorite the thumbnail. We just talked about that. This is just another way of looking at that description again. So it's real easy to, look at the description without having to get out and go into another part of the site. The description and this will let you delete the property. It'll just completely remove it from your list. But just be careful because that can't be undone. So once it's gone, you just have to re-enter the URL to get it back. This will let you hide the property. So if maybe you don't want to see it in your list every time you come back, you can hide the property, but it'll still be accessible by doing this show hidden button. That'll bring back everything that you've previously hidden temporarily, just so you can, remember what, you've hidden, and then you can decide, okay, I want to unhide it so I can see it when I come back to the list by default, or, maybe even delete it if you're not interested in it anymore. Or you can use this button to move it to the hot deals section. What that'll do is if you've got some properties in your watch list and you hit this hot deals button, it'll pop it up to this hot deals section. So it'll be even easier to get to. So this would be for properties that you're really interested in and you want to be able to get to them really quickly. So that's about it. Give the website a try, and if you like it, tell your friends, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.